You're traveling soon, right?
On Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be good. It's like the weather in Europe, it's already getting cool. And
Yeah, 5 degrees, they told me this
yeah.
morning.
Will you be able to tolerate it?
Yes, I love cold.
You love cold?
Yeah, I love cold. I'm a cold man.
You know, the first time that I saw snow was in 2019 in Istanbul.
Okay.
Before that, I wasn't traveling in winter. If I travel, it's during the summer or anything like that. So it was winter, and I literally cried in the streets.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
I can
African.
imagine.
I am not built for this. This is too cold for me. I'm African, God.
We were amazed by the snow.
No, but you're...
Just because of the cold.
I think your body, your ancestors lived there. So
Yes.
they accommodated the
Yes.
cold. So
It's in your gene.
yeah, the heat is in my gene.
Yeah. But you can switch them off and switch on.
I don't know.
other
Maybe
genes.
we need a session, osteo session.
No, you
for
need
that.
time, long time. It's epigenetic.
It's epigenetics. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I changed my gene by living here for 1 year.
Okay. Interesting.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Do you think when it comes to epigenetics, is the change good or bad, or can you control it?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
So the epigenetic is modulated by the environment,
Okay.
the food, the weather,
Okay.
the community you have around you.
Okay.
All your environment stimulates your body.
Okay.
So you need to adapt your cells, your function into this environment.
Okay.
So in one way you cannot, because that depends of this. In another way you can also work on your emotions, on your patterns, emotional patterns, your behavior, and you can change this by yourself. Modulating, it's not changing everything, but you can adapt some behavior. We learn all our life, so we did mistake. Now we don't do them anymore. So by this way, we modulate our gene in the epigenetic.
So even if we are in the same country, we are trying to heal, we're trying to work on ourselves, we're still also changing our genes and epigenetics.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And it's proof in another way, you can program the trauma into the genetic. Mm-hmm. So they found, so they did many studies, but one of them is on rats, one of them is on human. On rats, they programmed a fragrance and an electric shock into the feet, the paws, sorry. And so the first generation registered this stress into the genetic. So the second generation was afraid of the fragrance without any shock. And so we programmed the stress by the genetic. And also for human, they discovered that, for example, a raped woman registered this shock into the body, but also in the genetic. And the first generation after her, the daughter, creates a protein related with this gene, a certain amount of this protein. And the second generation create more protein of this gene. So the next generation show more the problem.
Interesting. Yeah. I did not know that. I knew that problems and traumas and they get inherited within our DNAs, but I did not know that it gets worse with every generation.
Worse, yeah, definitely.
So if the mother did not work on it,
more or less, she can transmit it. But she needs to fix this before having a kid. Mm-hmm. And it could be also for men.
Okay.
Father can transmit also our traumas.
Yes, definitely.
They found it into the.
Yeah, definitely.
The
It's not just the mother.
No.
It always comes to the
not
mother.
all the way. No.
It's always the mother. Did you eat well during pregnancy? Did you do this? Did you do that? But it's also the father. The fathers are also contributing to.
Yes, definitely. By the way, what I see on my patients is there is mostly the same patterns into the kids than the mom.
Okay. So
because you take care of the baby.
Okay.
You carry the baby for months, and when the baby is born, is here, you take care of the baby mostly. So the baby creates his pattern from the mom mostly. But not everything is into the emotion registered in the body and the brain. It's also the education. So this is both parents.
Interesting. So what if the parents started working on their traumas, on their stressors after giving birth to the children? Does that also affect the children indirectly, or the children will still also have to do
Okay,
the work?
you want to dive directly into
yes,
the deepest
I
way.
am going deep. Since
Okay.
I'm a mother, it's just like when I was pregnant, I was doing a lot of deep work on myself. And my whole intention was like, I don't want to pass anything of my previous traumas, my stressors into, my baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm asking, and I'm very curious about this topic.
So in one way that acts on the baby or the kids, whatever, because we need to dive deep into the quantic field at this moment. There is entanglement between particles. Entanglement is the connection underneath the surface of the universe. And that this connection is faster than the speed of light. So when we switch on one side, you switch on the other side. It's like a warm tunnel. Yeah, into between the particles. So that's why, for example, you have twins, one in USA, one here. One of them leaves something, the other one knows immediately something happened. When you want to text your best friend or your husband, you just switch on the phone, you click, you receive the message from them immediately in the same times. We were thinking about the other in the same time. So this is a connection by the quantic field. So if you switch off your trauma on one side, you change also the other side indirectly.
Okay.
That helps the other, but the other carry this now, so he needs to fix this also, but it's easier for him.
Okay, interesting. So spiritually speaking, or like quantum physics speaking, yes, once you turn off, a specific side, the other side also responds and changes.
Yeah.
Scientifically speaking, does it also, is there a scientific study that
it's
proves
quantum physics?
this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They did some research about entanglements, about photons. For example, you have one spin on one photon and another spin on another one. They put them together, and so they have the same spin after that. So they put one here, 1,000 of kilometers away. They switch the spin of the first one, the other one switches spin naturally.
Oh, wow.
In the same spin.
Wow.
So, and in China did a research also with space, with satellites, and they did the same.
Oh, wow. That's
so
beautiful.
the connection between particles exists, and this is the key of the law of the universe.
Interesting.
Law of attraction is this connection.
Okay.
Here we are deep into the
quantum physics.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I think we came here to talk about osteopathy.
Yeah.
But we dove deep into the quantum physics and intergenerational traumas and all of those things. So as an osteopath, can you first introduce yourself for anyone who does not know anything about osteopathy? Like myself, I didn't know anything about osteopathy until 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So can you introduce us in simple terms? What do osteopaths do? And which specific area are you specialized in?
So osteopathy is a manual practice, soft manual practice, and the goal is to give back the mobility into the tissue. So we have a lot of tension into the body, mechanical tension, visceral tension, cranial tension, and this creates imbalance into the body. So our goal is to find out why there is this problem and to fix it, to help the body to fix it. So we use in this way a lot of different techniques. Mostly we know the cracking. A lot of chiropractors do that. We have functional technique. We have craniosacral is a part of our techniques, visceral therapy, and it's all about targeting the good level into the tissue in the good area to help the body. So in this way, we can help the body to recover its balance and to fix a lot of problems.
Okay. You work on the mechanical aspect of the physical body. So like the different layers within the body itself.
Yes. So at the base, the foundation of the osteopathy is not mechanical.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
we can say it's mechanic because we work on into
'Cause,
the
yeah,
bones,
yeah.
and it's manual practice. But with time, the oldest osteo we know create a lot of techniques and discover a lot of things, and mostly now because of the evidence-based science. Osteopathy took a direction mostly biomechanic. And we do a lot of cracking, adjustment to the joint, and we forget a lot of the things into the body. And this is, for me, a big problem in osteopathy now, but it's always the war between clinical practice and evidence-based. So,
But osteopathy is also evidence-based. Like everything that you guys do, it's a science. You study for 5 years, 6 years in some countries. Some osteopaths are actually physicians as well, depending on the country. So
yeah, so in USA, when you hear about osteopath, the O, it's not osteopath as us. It's like a physician. He knows some mechanical practice like cracking, but that's it. He doesn't do anything like us. It's mostly OMP in USA, for example, osteopathic manual practitioner. And they are specialized like us, like I do, like we do a lot in France. And yeah, it's evidence-based. No, I cannot say it's evidence-based because it's empiric. We learn by doing into the body, by observation. We see, and it's because it's the same cases, the same action, we have the same results. Okay, that works. So in this way, that become evidence-based, but it's not proved by papers and like this because it's an old practice. But the modern science wants evidence-based, and that's the problem. So we need to do the same technique for the same problems and see what's happened. But the body doesn't work like this. For example, a neck pain for you is not the same problem for another person. I saw a neck pain this morning. It was about the thyroid. And yesterday it was about a heart. So if I do the same technique on different patients, on one that will work, on the other one that will not work. So we're gonna say, okay, osteopathy doesn't work or work for 50% of cases. But if it's not it's not like this. It's not like giving a drug for everyone.
exactly.
We can do the same thing for all the patients. That doesn't work like this. So that's why evidence-based is very complicated in osteopathy. I started research. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I started research for evidence-based, and we found something completely unique in the world, and that's amazing. Yeah,
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And now when you were talking about the the scientific base and all of those things and applying the same thing to every single human, because we're unique, our body
Exactly.
is very unique, it's very different, and our experiences are very different.
Exactly.
So and that's the problem sometimes that I find with not all doctors, of course, but with some doctors, they treat every single person like almost everyone.
Yeah.
The same thing. It's the same treatment plan. It's the same approach. There is no unique individualization to the person's, unique situation.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I extremely find fascinating about osteopathy, because you look at the person and as a whole.
Yeah.
Not just the body, but also like what the body tells you through, the visceral palpitations that you guys do. I got so interested that I was like, no, I want to learn also some of this. I took a 2-day course
Okay.
in cranial sacral therapy here, and I was like, you know what, I'll just go because I really want to experience it and understand it and feel it myself. And the first day of the training, like I couldn't feel anything. They were telling us, okay, feel the sutures in the brain, in the head. I was like, where is the sutures? I don't feel anything, But on the second day, my hands became a little bit more,
accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could,
sensitive.
exactly. I could feel things. I could sense things. So it's really interesting. It's very unique. And I think, like, maybe 20 years ago, if I were, after high school, after I finished high school, and osteopathy was was on the table or something that we knew of, I would have definitely been an osteopath, because I'm, sensitive and I love the
Feelings.
Yeah. To feel these things. So I find it really fascinating.
You can teach your hand, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like all the exercise you can do about gym, sports, activity, painting.
Mm-hmm.
You learn by repetition, and basically your brain learns when you sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You organize the information when you sleep. So that's why it's always better the next day and the next week.
Exactly. And then also we forgot, another thing is that as humans, we forgot that we have really sensitive, skin, and like we can feel things, but that is no longer practiced much.
So we have 2,300 nerved endings into the fingers, so it's very, very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
We can feel just a hair and less than a hair just by the finger. So it's an amazing tool, but we don't use it enough. So when we practice with our hands, we discover that, okay, I can feel what's happened into your body. And that's amazing, because we can also act into the body of the others.
Yeah, it's so fascinating. So based on your clinical experience and practice, what is the most emotion that you find that is stuck in the body?
Okay. So it's not as simple as this. We have all the same body map of emotion. So the heart, for example, is love for everyone. The stomach is the pressure, thyroid, conciliation, etc., etc. And your brain is programmed, and by the autonomic system, it stimulates always the same areas. So we have family of certain patterns, family of affective people, family of entrepreneurs, family of work on the pressure, families of conciliant people. So in this way, they all have, or quite all, have the same tension into the body. The same areas are working. And after that, you have the information coming from outside. So it could be physical, emotional, toxic, infectious. And in this way, if you reach a certain amount of stress, you fix this emotion into the area related with your brain. So you can be sad, for example, and fixing on the heart because you are a sweetheart. But you can fix sadness also on thyroid, on stomach, and pancreas. So a loss is the same feeling for everyone, but they will not register it into the body in the same place because of the patterns. So in this way, the consequences into the body are different. So that's why it's very complicated to say that, one thing is the same for everyone. No, not at all.
Okay, interesting. So because I did a quick research, and I found, according to ChatGPT, the master of all. According to ChatGPT, it said, so every emotion is linked to a specific part of the body. Is that real? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but...
So anger, frustration, sadness.
So there is, related to the psychologists, big scientists, there is 5, 6, 7 big emotions because they are common to 100% of the population, and they see that on the face. So mainly it's Paul Ekman who worked on this, and he discovered that everybody has joy, anger, fear, sadness, surprise, and disgusting. But we cannot resume all the emotion by only this, because we can feel betrayed, and feeling unfair. The pressure is an emotion. Feeling alone, feeling rejected, non-conciliation, and so sorrow. It's different part of the sadness. There is different degrees. So all of this is that trigger different parts of the body. But mainly we have from the Chinese medicine a body map that works very well. The liver is the self-affirmation, but also the anger and the organ of time. All the visceral part and the diaphragm, so the intestine, the kidneys, the bladder, this is related with fear and space also, and relationship with the other. Above the diaphragm, so the thoracic part is about the pressure, and after the throat is about self-affirmation. It's a part of my work I work in, and I push the person into this way so he can be himself. He can have the choice and don't be guided by the emotion. He can have the choice.
You spoke about the nervous system. You brushed over it quickly. Is the central nervous system or the nervous system of our body the master of everything that is happening when it comes to storing emotions into the body? Like, how does it start? Like, okay, I'm feeling sad. How, like, not mechanically, I mean, I'm feeling sad, so physically speaking, how does it start?
Yeah, thank you for this question, because you're right. The nerve system is the master of everything. There is different parts into the brain. We talk about the consciousness, the cortex part of the brain that make us thinking and making choice, but it's like an iceberg, and underneath the surface there is a lot of information programmed into the limbic system. So all the information from outside and from within reach this limbic system. So you have your senses, the sight, the touch, everything. And you have also feelings inside your gut. When you meet someone, you have this feeling. What is this feeling? This is because of the magnetic field we spread around us, and this is related with our emotion. So there is frequency, and that triggers our emotion from within. So the nerve system receives this information by the interoception. Interoception is an autonomic system, but it's formed within the visceral area. So that's directly connected into the limbic system. So when we have feeling, it's a part of the information coming from us and from outside. So the key is to understand what's happened. If we don't understand, it could be a stress, and we can keep it inside. But after that, when we receive an emotion, we need to give an answer. So this answer could be physical action, just talking, or it could be visceral action also. We have, when you are stressed about talking in public, for example, we feel our gut. When we hit on a girl or a man, for you, we can be a little bit stressed, feeling this butterfly in the gut and the throat more tight. It's because of the reaction of the autonomic system, of the limbic system, by the autonomic system.
Interesting.
So it's from the top to the bottom and the top to the bottom in the same times.
Yeah. So it's really it's very interesting that the information that we're getting, it's not just from our own body, it's also from the other person's body, because it's a magnetic field and energy. And so but how can we discern or know which one is ours and which one is coming from
the other one,
the other person, or the environment?
It's the comparison. When you're alone, what you feel, and when you meet someone, your feelings are changing. But if you're not aware of your feeling, you don't notice this. So that's why some people are not aware of that. They don't feel anything. And by the way, when they are on the bed, I treat them, and they say, no, I didn't feel anything.
Okay,
But
interesting.
they don't have any more pain after, or they sleep
Okay.
better. So the brain took the information, but they are not aware of that.
Yeah,
And other people, mostly women, you are most sensitive.
exactly.
You feel a lot
Exactly,
on the
yeah.
bed. You feel a lot of modification to the body. You notice this, and you are more aware of this modification.
Okay, so in your practice, how many males versus females you see
Yeah.
on a daily basis?
Probably 80 to 90% of women.
Okay.
Yeah.
What-
After they bring the men.
Okay.
When
What
they're
can
happy.
what
yeah.
can we do to make men believe in working with their emotions, working on the emotions that are stored in their bodies?
It's about education.
As a man, you're a man, so
Yeah.
give advice to other men.
The problem is about education. Men are raised to be strong, to be in action, and we work like this. We are mostly in action, and we put under the carpet the problem, and we move on. But the problem is still here. So after the body shows the problem. So they need to understand that what the body shows, that means something is stuck inside the brain. Could be temporarily, small problem. It could be a heavy problem. So we need to target this.
And this brings me to my next question. So if we worked on the trauma through the body manipulation that osteopaths do, does it change the mind? Does it change the brain itself? And if it changes the brain, does this mean there is also a need for coaching and psychotherapy and all of those things? Because what I know for sure, and this is something that I've been through personally, you see a lot of coaches, different treatment modalities, but still, like, it's never truly long lasting. You feel good, you understand better, you understand yourself more, you understand the other more, but it doesn't really stay for a long time.
That doesn't last.
It doesn't last.
Yeah.
So is it because we didn't really address the emotion that is in the body and we only addressed it intellectually?
So, yeah, you're right. There is this part. By the cognition, we can act on ourselves, we can understand the process, what's happened, and we can help them ourselves to move on, to be better. But the problem is the cognition is the upper part of the iceberg. And underneath the surface, there is so many things. So a trauma is registered, an emotion is registered during the sleep. So if you don't pass by the same process, quite like the same, you cannot deprogram it, definitely. So that's the key of the neuralink process, what I do. You can act on many traumas by the psychology, by the hypnosis, by the body work, breath work, and coaching also, many things. You target the problem. You can see it, but you cannot remove definitely it. That's the point. So that doesn't mean this therapy are useless. That doesn't mean that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I have a lot of patients who see hypnotherapists and psychologists in the same times, and it's okay, no problem, and that helps. But not everybody needs to talk. Not everybody is okay to do hypnosis because you need to be part of the process. So if you are not sensitive to that, that will not help you. But the mind process is necessary for fixing the problem. But for example, I love this case because it's about an old trauma. A woman came to my office at 45, 46 years old. She came because she had back pain, pelvis pain, inflammation, tiredness, and sleep disorders. I found out that there was a trauma registered into the pancreas for her, and she has been raped at 13 years old. So she worked on it. And she even understood very well that the man wasn't a harm, because she built her family.
Mm.
She has a husband, she has kids, so she built a family knowing that this man was safe for her. But in the same time, the emotion was still here, pushing for years and changing the behavior. So after years and years, the behavior was not the same as the beginning, because she cannot control the emotion. She can control for a short term, but it takes too much energy for controlling. She came back 2 months after the session for the follow-up. And she said, "What did you do to me?" Everything changed. And so I swear I was a little bit scared at the beginning, because you don't know what happened. And she said, "Yeah, I'm sleeping on the shoulder of my husband. I'm a glue pot. Now I'm sleeping with him. I'm on the sofa with him. I hug the kids." So she changed her behavior naturally from within. That came from within. So she didn't need to control anything. And because that changed, all the relationship, all the balance into the family changed. And they were close to split, and I didn't know that. She didn't explain at the first session. And after that, they all went into holidays, and they are still together. The family is good. And she brought all the family after that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Can you tell us, like, now you told us a female example from, who benefited from the Neuralink intervention. Can you tell us a male example, for instance?
Men doesn't spread the emotion like you guys.
Yes, the emotion is hidden somewhere that we don't know where.
I have an example of a man. I love this case because it's like a miracle. So this guy lost his sight on one eye after the COVID. He did all the exam, eye exam, brain exams, all was clear. And he came 1 year after that at my office. So once we removed the trauma, it was registered into the body, into the fascia, because the COVID is a big stress. Even if you don't have a lot of physical sign, it's a big stress on the nerve system. And he set up after the session. At the end of the session, he looked at me and said, "Oh, I see you." And immediately recovered the sight. And before I did a small exam, like, look at me, do you see my hand? Do you see my hand? So he wasn't able to see my hand. And at the end of the session, there was just a small blind spot here in the middle, but all around he was able to see. And he did the exam after, he recovered 95% of his sight.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely, for him it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, I wish, this is one of my intentions for this podcast, that people understand it's not just like going and trying to go to the mainstream ways that are known to treat things. Sometimes it's worth exploring. Different
definitely.
ways, like, and looking at your emotions. Okay, if physically all the tests are coming back clear, is it an emotion that is causing all this harm? But because there are so many people that feel some physical pain and they go test, and the test results, they come out very normal.
Exactly.
But they don't really consider that, okay, this is an emotion. This is something that I really need to deal with.
What I can say, you're right, but what I can say is mainly it's emotional problems.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a headache, shoulder pain, a frozen shoulder, high blood pressure, aneurysma, eczema, psoriasis, asthma, knee pain, whatever, it's emotional based. Because your nerve system manage all the information. So it change the balance into the body, into the mechanical part, into the functional part, hormonal part also. So if you target this level, you can change the response into the body.
One of the things that is common with all of us is stress. We all get stress, different kinds of stressors in our life. So I really wonder if you have an exercise or something that people can do that will calm down the nervous system, and it will, it will help them
Yeah.
understand, like, okay, so I'm stressed. I've been stressed for such a long time, blah, 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 for all of these reasons, to even locate the place where the emotion is actually stored.
This is more complicated.
Okay, let's go with the simple
because
one.
we need to
Yeah.
to
This is
to teach
Yes.
all the areas, all the
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
And this is days of courses.
Absolutely.
So the stress is an information. So the noise from the neighbors could be a stress. The light, if you're tired, one kind of music if you don't like it. So it's not about the kind of stress, the kind of information incoming. It's about how you manage this information. So the emotional intelligence, in this way, you need to find the best solution for answering to this information. Mm-hmm. But we are programmed, so that's the problem. So when we are stressed, we are stuck in our emotion, mainly is that. And our emotions are programmed into the past. So we need to come back into the present moment. So when we are tired and exhausted, I know it's very complicated. That take a lot of energy and concentration for doing that. But what you can do is breathing. Breathing calms down the brain. So there is a lot of exercise. But it's breathing by the gut and deeply. So even if you're not able to do it immediately, slightly, you can breathe deeply, and after a moment, boom, the system calm it down. You can also refocus yourself with the movement with the eyes. So it's a little bit weird. So do it alone.
Okay, show us.
So you stay like 1-2 meters away from the wall.
Okay.
And you keep the head straight, and just with the eyes you look up, look down, look up, look down very fast.
Okay.
It's about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, no more. And you have the discharge of dopamine to the brain, so that calm down the stress, because dopamine is a very good
Interesting.
hormone.
Okay.
So you can do it randomly, that calms down the brain. What you can do also is mathematics. The mathematic part of the brain is not doesn't involve the emotional part of the brain. So when you do math, you don't involve your emotion, but you need to do math very quickly, like 3 + 7 + 10 - 2 + 10 + 5, and you do it mentally very quickly. So in this way, after 15, 20, 30 seconds maximum, you have an automatic breath in, like your emotions are coming down, your autonomic system is releasing the tension, because the mathematic part of the brain take the dominance. Yeah,
I think that would be stressful for me.
Yeah.
My math
temporarily is stressful, but
Okay.
that calms down the emotion.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay. Because it takes your mind off of whatever the stress was.
If you see them, the big mathematic guys, they are not emotionally very
Reactive.
reactive, and intelligent in the relationship.
Okay.
Because they are in the mind, in the
Okay.
mathematic, and that doesn't involve the emotion, so they don't listen to the emotion.
So which part of the brain controls the math?
A small area on the cortex.
The right.
left side.
Okay. Left side,
Yeah.
not the right side. No. Okay. So an emotion is the right side of the brain?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So where's the emotional side of the brain?
It's all the brain.
It's the whole brain.
Yeah. It's an urban legend. That
Amygdala?
about thinking
amygdala.
that the left brain is the logic part and the right brain is the emotional part.
Yeah.
All of the brain is emotional.
Okay.
So we have a dominance on the left side because the writing and the mathematics are on the left, but all the part of the brain are related with emotion. There is the insula on both sides, the frontal cortex on both sides, the thalami on both sides inside. I will not name all the part of the brain, but on both sides we have emotional parts.
Okay, I got it. So what really happens in the body when stress, burnout gets stored in the body? Like, is there, you told me stress is
An
information that comes to the body. It doesn't have a specific area in which it goes. It depends on the emotion that comes with the stress, right?
Yes, and how you deal with this information. I told you previously, sadness could be on the heart if you are a sweetheart, but it could be on the liver, on the pancreas, if it's your main organ. So you will have side effect on the heart because the sadness, is the heart for everyone. But you will have the tension stored mainly on the pancreas, for example, for one patient.
And have you ever experienced burnout?
Yes, a lot.
Burnout for you. You have experience.
Me?
Yeah.
Me? No.
Yeah.
No.
You were never burnt out before?
No.
Okay.
No. What
That's
I see is the stomach always involved in the burnout.
In burnout.
Yeah, because the stomach is the pressure. So I push myself into the pressure, and I've been raised also about accepting the pressure because I see through the pressure.
Okay.
So one information incoming to me, it's a pressure. So if it's too strong, okay,
you bottle it into your stomach.
Yes, exactly. And that creates acidity on the stomach.
Okay.
So by removing the tension on the stomach, we calm down the acidity, but we calm down also the feeling of pressure.
Interesting. In my previous work, I was working as a humanitarian, and I lived in a village. And before that, I was also working in another country, but it was living in that village basically that made me burn out on a monthly basis. So every month, same thing.
Yeah.
And it only becomes better when I leave the country. Recharge, go to family, see friends, do something that I'm doing for myself. I'm calm, my nervous system is regulated. The moment I go back, I'm okay. Give me a few more weeks, I'm down again.
Yeah.
Burnout, completely out, and I kept on, and of course with burnout, what comes? Irrational spending, irrational decision taking, and all of those things that actually accompany the burnout in order for you to make yourself feel better.
Exactly. So the brain loves pleasure, but there is two kinds of pleasure: the real one, what feeds you, and the bad one. You need to repeat again and again and again, and this is bad decisions. So you have your patterns, the things you affect, you love a lot. So it could be painting, it could be family related, it could be places you love, some kind of food. If you don't have it, you feel this lack of pleasure. So that's why slightly you are drowning, and you can maintain your balance for a certain time, but after too much time you cannot, and you don't blow up, you blow in, and you need to find a solution. So that's why we have impulses, and we create bad patterns in the behavior because we are not well, and the brain needs to find a solution.
And for anyone who's going through burnout, what advice would you have for them? Like, what kind of exercises can they do if they don't have access to you or someone in their country? What can they do in order for them to overcome burnout?
You said it. Take time for yourself. You need to feed yourself, to rest, to take time for sleeping well, eating well, good quality of food, and taking small time for yourself. You need to disconnect about what you used to do every day that drown you.
I understand.
Time for yourself.
Take time for yourself.
Yeah.
But what if someone can't? Like, I lived in that cycle of burnout for 3 years. Every month burning out for 3 years until I decided to leave. But if I was in that small place, what can I do for myself to make my burnout less severe? exercise-wise, you know? Especially that you said that it's stored in the body. It's stored in the stomach area.
It's complicated.
Okay.
It's very complicated because
it has to be done by some professional.
We need to be helped by other people, for fixing things we cannot fix by ourselves.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Even for me,
okay.
I've been treated.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is, we talked about the pressure and burnout. When the brain doesn't understand an emotion, it store this emotion, it stock it into the fascias, and it's done for life.
Mm-hmm.
So with the rolling process, we can remove it.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't have this, it's stored for life.
Mm-hmm.
In this way, the brain needs to understand what's happened.
Okay.
And so it's going to chase this kind of situation day after day, weeks after week, in the goal to understand what's happened. So that's the hidden things of the brain. Our patterns comes from our memories, our trauma. So if we choose one direction that put her under pressure, it's not the situation. It's our choice to go there.
Mm-hmm.
We choose stress. We choose stressful jobs with a lot of pressure because it's our process inside. We need more pressure. We chase that. And after a while, after years, sometimes we are bothered by this pressure. We cannot do anymore because it's too much. And at this point, we need to change. So we need time to understand that, okay, probably I don't want pressure. But we suffer for years. So by removing the trauma, it's easier because we show it to the brain.
Exactly, yeah.
The consciousness is rising about that.
Yeah, yeah. And how severe is like when burnout is stored in the stomach? In how many sessions does it usually get cleared? Or it depends on the person?
Depend of the person, depend
Okay.
of the level of stress and for how long she has this. So
Okay.
sometimes in one session we improve a lot,
Okay.
and the patient is able to move on or to calm down his stress. Sometimes we need more sessions because our patterns, all of our patterns are involved into this process, and we cannot fix everything in one session sometimes.
Exactly. When I came to you, I came out of curiosity. I think I told you that.
Yeah.
When I came across your Instagram page, and I saw that you deal specifically with emotions, and the language that you were using, it was very like enlightening for me. So I just came out of curiosity. And then you told me about the blockage that I have in my own body, and we worked it out. And, I'm going to have the second visit, hopefully within a month, I think.
Month, around.
Yeah, 1 month. But it's really interesting how the pain surfaced during the session, even though you did not really truly do like crazy manipulation it's just a very soft touch. And that's the beautiful thing about osteopathy. It's specific soft touches in specific areas that release and do all the magic and make the body, feel really good. So what happens in the nervous system after a very big release? Like some people cry, some people,
There is a lot of different reactions.
Yeah.
You can cry, you can love.
What is the
also.
most reaction that you usually come across?
Relaxation.
Relaxation.
People feel relaxed, calm, quiet.
Okay.
You feel a bit dizzy when you stand up because it's a new information from within, so the brain doesn't used to feel this.
Yeah.
But mostly you feel more quiet. You can breathe deeply, naturally, without forcing anything. And some of them cry because we remove a painful emotion. I had one this morning. She cries like this a lot, and sometimes they laugh because you need to
release it.
Yeah.
I see. Do you have, if you could tell something to anyone who's listening to us and they're hearing about this for the first time, what would be a piece of advice or some piece of information that you would like to share with them? Anyone who's going through stress, burnout.
Um, I could say learn about yourself, your emotion, and also listen the feedback from the environment. We live with the mirror effect, and we always say that it's your fault and it's because of him, it's because of that, but we are in the middle of the process. So we are the key of our life, and the key is within. So all the feedback we receive from the loved one, from random people, from the life also, when we are stuck and you say, why? Listen this feedback, because the key is here. It's what you have within, what you created even years before. You build this path, you are on your journey, and you need to understand this feedback. If you want to improve yourself, to improve your life, listen this. If you don't listen this, you just lose time, energy, and postpone the moment of release. So you can start at 40, you can start at 50, we don't care. But the earlier you start, the best for the future.
Absolutely. 100% agree. 100% agree.
Process takes time.
The process takes time, and I think it's never ending.
No,
because
definitely
the
no.
more you uncover, the deeper you go.
Exactly.
And the deeper layers come out.
Exactly.
To be healed and to be recognized and to be seen.
I do this for a long time now. I started around at 17 years old, and I have 40, sadly. I'm still discovering
You're
something.
very young.
I'm still discovering something inside, and I say, okay, now it's clear of that. What will happen now? There is always some things
exactly
coming to us.
Absolutely, I agree. Thank you so much, Olivier.
Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you
an
so much.
absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
to sit down and talk to you, and to to understand more and to learn more from you, because this podcast is basically a classroom for me.
And I'm very proud, and I thank you so much for being the first one.
Yes.
And I wish you the best in your podcast for the future.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Olivier.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was so good. I love that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah, so many good questions, interesting.
Yeah.
We just have a lack of time, but yeah.